Simelane.
Zukisa Simelane. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nepara Mambinda, and today we're going to have an interview with Mary Zukisa Simelane. She's a news editor at VOT FM. And my first question is that what inspired you to pursue a career in news editing, or how did you become interested in this field?
Thank you so much for your question. Firstly, I was interested in journalism first. So after I see that I have a potential in journalism, so I just used the ladder to be a news reader until news editing. What inspires me is because I like news, I like research, I like interesting stuff, and I like to share. That's what makes me a news editor, because any information that I have, I want to share with people. I want to inform people about things that are happening around the world, around the community. That's it.
Okay. My second question is that how do you think the news editor they can make a difference in the world?
Yeah, news editor can make a difference in the world, starting from students. Because as VHFM, we're working with students who know nothing about radio, so we take from the scratch, teach them how to write news, how to make research. Then I know that I'm making different when I see them in other radio stations, especially in commercial. I have students, news readers who have a chance to be in SABC. Tepiso Podile was producing Nolima Oluwane show in SABC 2. So I'm proud of that. There was this girl, Angela Mukhobe, was VUT PR student. He was reading news here, and I trained them from the scratch. And Angela have a chance to be in SABC in Limpopo. So those things, we are making a difference as news editors.
Yeah. Okay. My other question is that what challenges have you faced in this role of being a news editor, and how did you overcome them?
There's a lot of challenges if you are not sure about the stories that goes on air. So you need to make sure that you make a research. You are sure, you check all the line, all the areas of the story before taking it on air.
Okay, and my other question is that what changes do you see in the media industry, and how did you adapt in them?
There's a lot of changes. Mind you, I'm old, but the first thing, I was in school long time ago.
Yeah.
Now there are changes, but what empowers me is workshop training. Otherwise, there's a lot of changes in media. Last week, I was in a workshop training in ICASA for political elections. So we noticed a lot of changes. They were putting ICASA, they don't want the opinions of presenter. Presenter, you need to be neutral, we know that. But somehow, when it comes to debate, a presenter used to have some little bit of opinion. But this time, they don't need any opinion from the presenters. So that the things that are happening in news, each and every day, there's some changes of doing things.
Yeah. Okay. My other question is that what are some of your favorite news stories that you have worked on?
It's the new baby on the block, MK. That's one of the interesting news, because who never know what the former president can open his party. And it's interesting because it seems as if it's shaking most of the political parties. The news that I like. In the meantime, I follow them and I notice that, I don't know, MK is doing, Yes, when it comes to MK, it's growing in numbers, and they are opening a radio station in Sydney. So there's a lot of interesting things about it. You see, about Fikile Mbalula are shaken there, about EFF, all the parties. So that's the story I'm working on, and it's very interesting. And they were involved by February 11. I like the story, the speech of Jacob Zuma, because in MK there's no committee. That's another thing that is interesting, which means it's not about leadership, it's about establishing the party. So there's a lot of things that I like about that story. I'm following politics in the meantime because it's an election period.
Okay. So, ma'am, how do you ensure that the story that we are going to put on air is accurate, is fair and balanced?
First of all, news is something interesting. If it's not interesting, there's no need to take that story on air. I will balance the story about checking on the side of the story so that anyone have a chance to comment. The side of a victim, the side of a suspect, the investigator, if it's a case story. So we need everybody as a chance to confirm, to comment. Even if it's an accident, let's say there's an accident in a robot, we need to balance that story by interviewing the victim, the suspect, the traffic police, and the witnesses. So by doing that, we balance the story before we take them on air. That's news. Otherwise, if you fail to do that, even the listener at home will raise questions. Who was involved in that accident? Where was the police? So to answer all those questions, we need to balance the story.
So the last question is that what advice will you give to students or people or anyone who want to become a news editor?
I can say you must love news first. Listen news, watch news, have interest in things that are happening in the community. If let's say you are living in community in Sharpeville, go to CPF meetings so that you have information about your local. If you don't know what's happening in your local, so you can't pursue news, national news or provincial news. You need to start at home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Yes, I see.